everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back here with me, Miss Nina. How are you today? I hope you are always healthy and keep spirit. Before I teach you, you must listen carefully and prepare your English book, notebook, and your stationery. Happy learning! Today, we are going to learn about analytical exposition text. Start from definition, social function, the structure of text, the language features, and then example. Okay, next. Now look at the text. What kind of the text is this? Yeah, this is analytical exposition text. You can pause the video and read the text carefully. Okay, you're done? Now we are going to talk about analytical exposition text, and this is the example of it. We are going to analyze this text later. But first, let's get to know about the basic concepts. What is analytical exposition text? Do you know it? Let's get to know. An analytical exposition text evaluates a topic critically but focuses only one side of arguments. Jadi, analytical exposition text itu isinya adalah pembahasan isu yang penting untuk didiskusikan. Biasanya, si penulis atau pembicara akan memberikan beberapa argumen untuk mendukung tesis statement mereka atau mendukung fokus mereka. Mereka bisa pro terhadap sesuatu atau kontra akan sesuatu. Jadi, only one side of argument, tidak keduanya. Okay? You got it? Next, the arguments and point of view in the analytical exposition text have to be supported by fact and relevant information. So, when someone writing analytical exposition or mereka lagi speech, maka mereka harus memberikan not only argument but also some fact and relevant information to support their argument. So, dalam point of view mereka harus memberikan juga tambahan informasi dan fakta-fakta yang memang jelas adanya. That's an analytical exposition text. Now, let's see the social function. Apa sih gunanya analytical exposition? So, the purpose is to persuade the audience to look at an issue with your perspective. Karena di dalam analytical exposition itu hanya ada satu point of view. So, kamu akan mempersuade the audience. Okay? Bisa the listener atau the reader. Jadi, intinya adalah ketika kita menggunakan analytical exposition text, berarti kita ingin mempengaruhi orang lain, si pendengar atau si pembaca, untuk setuju dengan apa yang kita katakan atau argumen-argumen yang kita berikan. Okay? Where do we usually find the analytical exposition text? We usually find in speech, newspaper article, essay, political leaflets, and letter. Next, every text has structure, right? The structures of the text itu ada yang pertama adalah title. Sebenarnya boleh ada dan boleh tidak ada ya, but mostly people write the title about the analytical exposition text. Mereka tahu apa sih yang sedang dibahas dalam teks tersebut. And then the next one, we have introduction. It is the background of the issue. Lalu ada thesis statement. Thesis statement itu adalah bagian yang concernnya atau inti yang akan kita bahas dalam teks tersebut. Next, after thesis statement ada arguments. As I said before, arguments of or point of view, viewpoints itu harus disupport fakta lainnya. Not only arguments, so you need support your arguments with the fact like graphs, pictures, charts, surveys. So maybe people will agree with you. Well, after thesis statement, arguments, we have conclusion in the last paragraph. Conclusion juga biasanya disebut reiteration. So, restatement of the thesis statement. Kita meyakinkan lagi atau menyimpulkan dari teks yang sedang kamu bahas or issue yang sedang kamu bahas. Okay? So, the structure first we have title. After title we have introduction or thesis statement. The third we have arguments, and then the last is conclusion or reiteration. Okay? Have you got this point? Well, after we talk about the structure of the text, now let's see the language feature of the text. An analytical exposition text, we usually find the present tense. Tensesnya menggunakan present tense biasanya ya. Tapi kalau misalnya you recall something in the past, misalnya ada isu yang sebelumnya, you can use the past tense. Okay, but tetap mostly use the present tense because a lot of talking about text. And then use mental verbs. For example, I believe, I prefer, I agree, I doubt, I disagree. Kenapa? Karena ini adalah restating your arguments, memberikan pendapat kamu. Pendapat kamu atau argumen kamu. Okay? That's why kamu menggunakan mental verbs. Okay? Next, the next one we have use saying verbs. Maksudnya use saying verbs itu apa? Because we use another information to support our arguments. Kita juga bisa menyebutkan pendapat orang lain, pendapat research dan lain-lain. So you can say people say that, it is say that, research indicates. Nah, ini juga kalau mau memberikan memberikan information tambahan dari research. Next, use connecting words. For example, in addition, moreover, furthermore, besides, firstly, however. Nah, kalau misalnya in addition itu maksudnya adalah ditambah lagi, seperti itu. Moreover, furthermore bisa digunakan untuk menambahkan informasi. And then besides, firstly. Nah, firstly ini biasanya seperti pertama-tama, terus dilanjutkan lagi secondly, seperti itu, okay? Terus bisa however yang artinya namun. Then we can also use causal conjunction. Causal conjunction itu adalah conjunction yang menunjukkan sebab akibat. Like because, consequently, due to, for that reason. So yang menunjukkan hubungan sebab akibat. Okay, you got it? So this is language features from analytical exposition text. Next, I will give you the example in the text. You may see the written text here. We will identify the structure of the text. Okay? Motorbikes should be banned in housing area itu adalah title-nya. And then motorbikes are considered as a convenient from transportation. I think motorbikes should be banned in housing area due to the following reasons. So, in the first paragraph adalah introduction, dan pada kalimat I think motorbikes should be banned in housing area due to the following reasons. Ini adalah thesis statement-nya. Okay? The next paragraph. First of all, I would like to point out that motorbikes are major contributor to the pollution in the world. Ini adalah first argument. Lalu supporting details-nya apa? Dia menyebutkan ada fact dari research-nya. Okay? Research has shown that motorbikes emit a deadly gas that is dangerous for environment. Jadi, dia memberikan tambahan informasi berupa fakta dari penelitian. The next, furthermore, according to a report from BBC News Channel, nah ini adalah fakta yang selanjutnya yang dijabarkan oleh si penulis. Motorbikes are also responsible for causing disease such as bronchitis, cancer, and are a major trigger of asthma and high blood pressure. Ini adalah argumen yang kedua. Selanjutnya ada argumen yang ketiganya juga. And then the last one ada conclusion. In conclusion sudah menandakan kesimpulan. From the arguments above, I strongly believe that motorbikes should ban from housing area. So they are restating the thesis statement. Okay? Now kita akan lihat benar tidak teks ini menggunakan language features. Di sini ada I think, I strongly believe. Nah, ini menggunakan mental verbs ya. Kemudian di sini ada first of all, furthermore, and finally. Itu menambahkan informasi dalam teks tersebut ya. Okay, dan consequently, due to, ini menunjukkan sebab akibat. And then ada according to, ini untuk mensupport argumen kita. Di teks ini kita juga menemukan beberapa tenses present tense like are responsible, go so fast, okay? And next, I will give you exercise. Read this analytical exposition text, then analyze the structures and language features of the text. Write down on your book or type on your laptop. Then send it to Google Classroom. Okay? This is what we have to remember. The purpose of analytical exposition text is to propose and support an argument. And we usually find the analytical exposition text in speech, newspaper article, essays, political leaflet, and letter. So and then the structure of the text, we have title, introduction or thesis statement, arguments, and the conclusion. And then in language features, we use present tense, mental verbs, saying verbs, connecting words, and causal conjunction. Well, students, that's all of the lesson today. I hope you understand it well. Thank you. See you in the next meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back here with me again, Miss Nina. How are you today? I hope all of you are fine. In this meeting, we are going to learn about how to write an analytical exposition text. In the previous meeting, we have learned about what is analytical exposition text, the purpose of an analytical exposition text, and then structure of the text, language features of the text, and also example. Now, before we know how to write an analytical exposition text, let's analyze the text again with the structure. As you can see, "Please stay at home" is the title. The first paragraph is introduction or thesis statement. The next paragraph is the first argument. In one of the arguments, the sentence "people should stay home because if they have physical contact, people will be easier infected each other." Nah, itu merupakan poinnya. And the next sentence, "Research indicates that the virus spread through physical contact," which means the more physical contact is happens, the higher the risk of the virus spreading is called as elaborations. Okay? The third paragraph is the second argument, and then the fourth paragraph is the third argument. The last paragraph is called as conclusions. Okay? Now the language features of the text. In this text we find mental verbs like "I believe." Kemudian ada the first, the second, the last, itu untuk menambahkan information. Okay? Then ada because. Ini disebut dengan causal conjunction untuk menunjukkan sebab akibat. And then research indicates. Ini untuk mensupport argumen kita. And kita juga menemukan sentence using present tense like "the virus spread through physical contact." Okay, now let's get to know about how to write an analytical exposition text. The purpose of analytical exposition text is to propose and support an argument. By analyzing the material on which the exposition text is based, the exposition text writer should develop a position regarding the accuracy of the original information. So, what should we prepare before we write an analytical exposition text? In the first step, select your topic to provide evidence for your thesis. Jadi, cobalah untuk cobalah untuk memilih topik yang mudah untuk kamu kembangkan di dalam teks yang akan kamu buat. And then organize your ideas. You can do this in several different ways. Misalnya kita membuat daftar ide atau memilih ide apa saja yang akan kita kembangkan di dalam analytical exposition text tersebut. Seperti kita membuat draftnya terlebih dahulu. The next step is write a thesis statement. This is the single most important part of your analytical exposition text. Jadi dalam thesis statement pada dasarnya adalah kalimat yang menjelaskan argumen atau gagasan utama kalian. Dan kalian akan menggunakan ide tersebut untuk mengembangkan hal lain in your text. And next, pick 3 or 4 ideas from your previous work in step 2. Dengan mengingat atau menuliskan your thesis statement, pilihlah 3 atau 4 ide dari pekerjaan kalian sebelumnya di step 2 yang menurut kalian mendukung your statement. The next step is write a topic sentence for each one of these ideas. Hal tersebut akan menjadi topic sentences for each paragraph of your arguments. And the last step is plot the body of your analytical exposition text. Disinilah bagian introduction, main body or arguments, and conclusion structure comes into play. Okay? You got it? Next, when write an analytical exposition text, sebelumnya kita sudah mengenal the structure of the analytical exposition text ya. Nah, ini pada step 1, write your introduction first. The introduction must include your thesis statement as well as a summary of your topic sentences for each paragraph in the main body or your arguments. Jadi pastikan bahwa the reader akan membaca your analytical exposition text dengan sepenuhnya, dengan seluruhnya. Jadi kalian harus menarik minat si pembaca. And the next step, write a paragraph for each of the topic sentences. Jadi perluas atau carilah information or topic sentences to support your arguments. And the last step is write a concluding paragraph for your text. The conclusion must restate the thesis, restate each of your arguments in support of the thesis, and generally bring the text to an effective close. And pastikan untuk membuat kesimpulan itu secara berbeda dari yang kalian lakukan di bagian awal dan di main body-nya. Selain itu, pastikan untuk jangan pernah memasukkan materi baru dalam kesimpulan. Okay? Next, I'll give you an exercise. Make an analytical exposition text in groups. One group consists of 4 members, and pay attention to the structure and language features of the text. Write down on your book or type on your laptop, and then send it to Google Classroom. Any questions? If you have any questions, send your questions to my email, fauzianinayu@gmail.com, or to my WhatsApp number. Well, students, that's all the important things you should know about analytical exposition text. I hope you understand it well. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.